Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing, love the way you look in the mirror, and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys! Welcome back to Food School after Thanksgiving episode. Have you eaten the whole turkey yet? Just joking. Hopefully you had amazing meal with your family, friends, by yourself, and if you don't have your loved ones close to you, and you ate just enough turkey to enjoy it, but not too much to feel sick. Today, guys, we will talk about this week we talked a lot about different kinds of fat loss and different kinds of solution for fat loss, for weight loss that you might do to choose the best way for you to lose fat in your situation, right? Yesterday we talked about after holiday getting back on track routines, and today we will talk about just basic guidelines about nutrition and healthy eating. A lot of guys are still struggling with that basic understanding. And basic, I'm not saying that it's like the easiest thing. It's just the basics of being a human, of survival, of something that we all need to master if we want to have a lot of energy, if we want to stay healthy, if we want to accomplish more in life, if we want to look and feel our best. We need to all understand how to eat right, no matter where we are in the world, no matter what situation we're in, no matter how much travel we have to do or how much work we have to do, no matter how busy we get, we still need to understand how to support our health, our energy, our well-being. And that cannot happen without us understanding how to eat properly every single day. So nutrition, healthy eating, the basics of it, that's what we will talk about today. So first and foremost, guys, you need to eat and you need to fast. So according to recent studies and research with actual people comparing different kinds of fasting and eating protocols, it seems that we cannot be healthy if we don't have at least 12 hours without food. So we need to eat, but we also need to fast. And think about that in that way. Your digestive system, like any other organ or cell in your body, needs some rest time, recovery, repair work time. And that cannot happen if you have food in your digestive system, if your digestive system works on something. And guys, when you eat your food, it takes approximately 6 to 8 hours, depending also, of course, on the size of the meal, but it takes some time to digest it, assimilate what's been eaten, and then start the cycle of repair, recovery, and rest. So 12 hours minimum you need to give your digestive system without any nutrition. And plus, also you need to give your body time to destroy the unfunctioning cells, to build new cellular structures, to digest the unfunctioning parts of your cells, and that also does not happen unless you completely fast for a period of several hours, 12 hours minimum every day. And then when you eat, guys, have some kind of routine. Find some routine that works for you. Studies show that eating earlier in the day seems to be better for your digestion, your metabolism, and maintaining your healthy weight, and also maintaining your energy levels, your metabolism. And if you need to lose weight, it helps to lose weight too. So the earlier you eat, the better. You need to have also some kind of routine that also is proven to be beneficial. So if you decide to have breakfast, lunch, dinner, try to have them at the same time and have them without snacks, just breakfast, lunch, dinner. If you decide to have 2 meals, like for example, for me, what I find works the best for my body composition, for my performance, mental and physical, for my digestion, just how I feel, perform, and look. For me, the best works 2 meals a day. So in 6-hour window. First meal is a lighter meal that I usually have after my workout, and most of the time it's something like eggs and sardines and maybe avocado, sometimes just eggs and sardines. Especially if I'm out, I just take hard-boiled eggs and a can of sardines with me, or salmon, something like that. And then usually somewhere around 1 or 2 o'clock, I'm gonna have my lunch, and that's gonna be my second meal and last meal of the day. That's just my routine. I'm also an early riser, so to give you an idea, I can wake up 4:35 or somewhere in that range usually, and that's why my breakfast is around 9 a.m. After workout, and then my lunch is usually pretty early too, because I go to bed early. So your timing might be completely different, but find what works for you for all aspects of your life. So have your routine, and then for each of your meals, try to have, first of all, vegetables where you're gonna have a lot of phytonutrients, vitamins and minerals, and of course fiber that is proven to be super beneficial for our digestive system. It feeds our gut bacteria and helps our digestive system to clean this stuff out, whatever needs to be clean. Even people who are on a higher fat diet, people with not as perfect quote-unquote diet, seem to do better when they have vegetables and fiber on a regular basis in their gut. So scientists are still trying to figure out what exactly fiber does and why it seems to be so beneficial, but for now, what everyone kind of sure about is it's better when you have fiber from whole foods, like vegetables, like your nuts, like your fruits, and maybe some whole grains or something like sweet potato or even avocado. It depends, but have your fiber. If you choose to have it for every meal, then have somewhere around 2 cups, 2 cups, meaning, in size 2 cups or somewhere around that for 3 meals. If you have 2 meals or 1 meal, then obviously you need to increase the amount of that fiber. And also, guys, the amount of fiber that is recommended, at least to get every day, is 25 grams of fiber. You can use any kind of tracking app, like I use MyFitnessPal, to see how much approximately your food has, how much fiber your food has. So have your fiber, your vegetables, your basically plant foods, every single meal for your fiber, eat it first. And then also you want to have each and every meal protein. So have either maybe chicken or a fish or any kind of whole meat for your protein. The perfect size, or nearly perfect, is your palm size. Have 1, 2 of them, depending again on your size, depending on your activity level, on your training, on your gender, but also just remember to always adjust it, again, depending on the results you're getting. And also, I would not recommend to go below 100 grams of protein, no matter what food you're eating, no matter who you are. If you're an adult and if you're a teenager, you actually need more because you're growing. But if you're an adult, have at least 100 grams of protein. And of course, if you're training, you need to get much more. And also the key here is, of course, to get as much variety as possible and get as much of it as possible from whole, fresh food. And that goes for everything, guys. You want to make sure that in your daily menu, no matter what, most of your food is whole, unprocessed, cooked in a healthy way with healthy oils without harmfully toxic ingredients, fresh. The more local it is, the better, because that improves the freshness and the nutrition profile of foods the closer it is to you. Plus, it's less footprint on the environment, and just so much better and tastier when you eat locally. So then fats, you want to have different kinds of variety of healthy fats. So those are monounsaturated fats, like the ones you find in macadamia nuts or avocados or olives and extra virgin olive oil. Then you want to have saturated fats, also fats that comes usually from animal products, from dairy if you choose to have it, or from something like butter. Then you want to have some polyunsaturated fats. Some of them, like omega-3s and omega-6, are essential for our body. The body cannot make them on its own. So you need to provide them on a regular basis with food, especially DHA, EPA, or omega-3s from marine sources. They seem to be really important for brain development, brain performance, learning abilities, any kind of brain performance, but also they're very important for cell membranes fluidity, meaning how well your cells communicate to each other and transfer the signals between each other. So guys, eat your omega-3s, and again, omega-3s from marine sources, from algae, from fish, not the same as the ones you would get from walnuts or flax seeds. So make sure you're getting the variety of omega-3s, and it is recommended to get 1-3 grams of DHA and EPA, not just fish oil, but DHA and EPA combined every single day. I prefer to have it from whole foods. It's always the best way. So I eat different kinds of sardines or salmon, and I also supplement on top of that. So omega-3 fatty acids. But again, you want to have variety of fats in your diet. And the best way to ensure the variety of different nutrients in your diet, guys, is to eat the variety of foods. Like even if you take things like olive oil has monounsaturated, polyunsaturated, saturated fats, and almost all foods have the variety of those fats. But when you eat some kind of supplement or processed food, like for example, if you consume omega-3 fatty acids in a supplement, of course you're not getting the same variety as you would get from fish, because fish can also have saturated fats. And like for example, if you take sardines, yes, there are a lot of omega-3s, but there are also saturated fats in it. So when you eat whole foods, you get variety by default. When you start supplementing a lot, then it's much more difficult to get balanced diet, because you gotta make sure that you get the right kind of supplements in the right kind of dosages, the variety. Plus, nobody really knows how different supplements interact with each other, and when one supplement can help to absorb another, and it happens when we consume whole foods, and when some supplement can counteract the positive effect of another supplement. So try to get variety of whole foods. Again, your fiber, your vegetables, phytonutrients, vitamins and minerals from your vegetables, from your nuts and seeds, from your whole fruits, maybe some grains and starchy veggies. Why? Maybe because carbohydrate is a complex subject, and most of people in modern world consume too many of sugars, natural included. So I always want you to make sure that you know you are not over consuming carbohydrates, especially of the wrong processed kinds. So each meal, 2-3 meals a day, you need to have your veggies and your fiber. Eat them first, then you eat your protein, or together with your veggies from whole foods, and then and together with your fats, of course. And then if you wish, you can have whole food carbohydrate source, like maybe sweet potato, maybe regular potato of good quality, maybe some whole grains like rice or quinoa prepared in a healthy way, maybe some beans. So this is the basics of healthy eating, and the rest of the stuff, guys, all the processed foods, all the snacks, all the sugary kind of things, like even yogurt, if it has added sugars, guys, it's dessert. It's not food. Unless you're starving, it's not food. It's dessert that you should have sometime and treat it as dessert, not as part of your regular meal. So 2-3 meals, your fiber, your proteins, your fats, your whole food carbohydrates, and that's basically it. When it comes to supplements, most of us guys, we do not manage our nutrition that well to get everything we need from whole foods. And even if we do, it's always better to kind of make sure that we get a little bit extra in case that we might not get what we need from whole foods. So get your multivitamin, get omega-3 supplement, either from algae or fish, depending what you prefer. Also, might be a great idea to get some green powder, and you can Google, green powder, but basically it's powdered vegetables, greens. Just make sure there are no sugars added, and if there is some sweetener, that it's something like stevia or something that doesn't affect your blood sugar and doesn't have any, again, they didn't turn it into dessert. So green powder supplement, and then you always want to make sure that in some form or the other you're getting from your foods supplement vitamins or minerals A, D, K2, and also you're getting essential electrolytes like magnesium, like potassium, that are involved in hundreds of reactions in your body, anything from DNA repair to energy production to contraction of your muscles, and your heart and your digestive system also are muscles. So you want to make sure that you're getting enough magnesium and potassium. I supplement because I know I'm just not eating enough for my lifestyle to get, and plus I drink a lot of fluids because I exercise a lot. So always make sure I get enough magnesium and potassium, and I do supplement 400 milligrams a day. That's what kind of they recommend to take on average, and especially if you have trouble sleeping, magnesium supplement with it or get it from whole foods. So look into that. And then just eat also enough sodium, guys. Some people still believe that eating as the least amount of sodium is great. No, guys, like if you don't get enough sodium in your diet, you're gonna die, and this is just not non-negotiable. Electrolytes are very important, and sodium is one of the most important electrolytes. Because I'm on a low carb diet and because I do not eat processed foods, I always need to make sure that I add enough sodium, and I add even more. And whoever eats with me, like especially my mom, was worried for a while that I eat so much sodium. But when I explained to her that because of my diet, because of my training, I lose a lot of sodium and I need to put more into my diet because my body loses more. Now she is not worried, and she just always adds more salt on my food because I know that more is always better for Angela now. Anyway, make sure that you consume enough sodium. And sodium does not cause any health problem, guys, unless you have some health problems to begin with, like high blood pressure, or you have obesity or electrolyte imbalance for some other reason, some hormonal imbalances. So, of course, different supply, but for a healthy human being, sodium is necessary, and it's almost impossible to overeat sodium. Your taste buds going to tell you when it's too much. Another thing that you want to think about when you think about healthy eating is eating mostly, again, fresh, unprocessed foods, eating variety of foods. Sticking to the same kind of food is not good for health, guys. Sticking to the same kind of formula, like for example, eating your veggies, your protein and fats and healthy carbohydrates every meal is good. But if you're eating the same foods according to the same formula, that is not good. Some vitamins and minerals and nutrients may accumulate, and it is not necessarily always good when something accumulates in your body. Some vitamins, for example, especially fat soluble like vitamin A, certain levels of vitamin A can be toxic to your body. So don't go eating a kilo of liver every single day. Okay, so variety is important. And then also fresh unprocessed is also very, very important. A lot of you guys might think that as long as this food has healthy ingredients, like for example, let's take some healthy cookie from some company that put the best ingredients in there, that put, I don't know, maybe chia seeds, coconut, and stevia sweetener, and maybe some great protein powder, and the ingredient list is just perfect. But guys, it's still processed food. It's not food for every day. It's not something that you should consider to be a meal. It's food for occasions. Sometimes when you cannot get fresh, whole, unprocessed food. I understand the life is not perfect and all of us are in situations when we need to have something like that, but also understand that it's not perfect and that might compromise your health in the long run. So make sure to somehow get back to eating every single meal, whole, unprocessed, fresh food. And another, I think the last point for today, guys, is carbohydrates, the question of carbohydrates. We briefly talked a little bit already today about it. And the reason why you need to manage your carbohydrates is your blood sugar always gotta stay the same for the best health, best performance. And if you're constantly overloading on carbohydrates, even from whole foods, if your blood sugar is constantly elevated or not elevated because your body is healthy and pumping a lot of insulin to stabilize that blood sugar, and high insulin also tells your body, guys, to store fat, to store the nutrients, and it's not great for longevity and for repair process. It's not great for a lot of things, not having managed blood sugar, and that's why you need to watch your carbohydrates. And the best time to consume any kind of carbohydrates, of course, is around your training and first part of the day. At night, it's the worst time of the day. And then, of course, you want to get your carbohydrates from whole food sources, like maybe sweet potatoes, unprocessed whole grains like rice or quinoa or similar. If it's bread, it's got to be sourdough with just 4 ingredients: water, salt, yeast, and water, salt, yeast, and what flour? 100% whole grain flour. So, and that's it, guys. That's the basics of healthy eating. To recap, have 12-hour fasting at least. Have your routine and regular meals and no snacks in between. So 2-3 meals seems to be ideal for most people. For each and every meal, have your vegetables and proteins and healthy fats first, and then if you wish, some maybe a piece of fruit or maybe carbohydrates from whole foods like potatoes or whole grains. And that's for all of your meals. The rest, all the processed foods, all the added stuff, you might eat sometimes, but it's not on your healthy eating regular menu. Make sure that every single meal you consume as much as possible, freshly cooked, healthily cooked, whole, unprocessed, as local as possible foods, making sure that you're getting things like omega-3 fatty acids and your vitamin D and your vitamin K2 and folate and vitamin A and electrolytes like sodium, magnesium, potassium, iodine, maybe get additional green powder if you're not sure you're getting enough vegetables in your diet, or maybe your stomach is not that comfortable digesting all those vegetables. That also might be an issue for a lot of folks. A lot of fiber can cause some problems with digestion. I will tell you that. So fasting meals, whole unprocessed foods, get your multivitamin, get your omega-3s, and that's about it, guys. And that's healthy eating is actually not that difficult at all. So if you have any questions, if you have a specific question regarding some of your conditions or a situation, always feel free to schedule your free Skype call with me. The link to that you can find in the show notes. Also, feel free to shoot me email to angela@createyourself.today. And have an amazing weekend, guys. Stay healthy, and that means that stay consistent with your healthy habits. Next week, we will talk more about other lifestyle choices that contribute to or steal from your health, your energy levels, your mental and physical performance, things that I do on a regular basis, things like certain breathing technique or a cold shower or light hygiene and exposing myself to different kinds of light throughout my day to support my biological functions and performance. So a lot of interesting things. Interviewers, a couple of coming up next week. And that's it, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Have an amazing weekend. And till next time, eat better daily.